we're here with one of the drivers from United Hauling. What's your name?
Bryce Hoyt.
Bryce Hoyt?
Yes, sir.
All right, Bryce, can you tell us about your truck? What engine, what year? Or...
Yep, it's a 2002 Peterbilt. She used to be a day cab for us many years. A good friend of mine, JJ, drove it. But we stretched it out, put the drop axle on it, and put the sleeper on it, of course. And I've been in it a little over a year now since it's all been done.
Nice.
It's got the 6NZ in it. Just a few little ponies.
yeah, right on.
Yeah, I'm pretty spoiled.
What do you guys haul with the, like, where do you guys go? Or
So
like...
we have our own scrap yards. We haul a lot of scrap. We generally haul over to either Portland or McMinnville, and then coming back we'll either get rebar or a lot of lumber loads coming back, you know.
Nice.
So I'm usually only gone every other night. Home every weekend. It's a pretty good deal, really.
Yeah.
I'm going to Montana tomorrow. I'll be gone a couple more days, but
nice.
Good change of pace anyways, you know.
And you guys haul flatbed reefer or?
Yep, all flatbed.
Nice.
Yep, all max, all 8 axle. Pretty heavy, you know.
Right on. And how long have you been with them, did you say? Or?
I've been with United about 4 years. I got sick for a little while, so I was down for a bit, but I've been with them for 4 or 5 years now.
Nice. Okay.
It's a great family, great company, man. It's like a family, you know what I mean? We're not just a bunch of drivers, they take care of us.
Right on.
We're a pretty close group.
What about trucking? How long have you been trucking for?
I started trucking in Burns, Oregon with the farm endorsement when I was about 15.
Okay.
Hauling hay and cattle and whatnot, you know, for my family farm.
So you started pretty young,
Yeah,
right?
real young. I was pretty blessed, really, man, to grow up around trucks, you know, your whole life. Little cab overs and 5.4 Brownings.
Right on.
Kind of had to teach myself. I grinded a few gears, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's how we all learn, right?
Right.
If you can't find them, grind them.
That's right, exactly.
So what advice do you have for truckers that want to start off like after high school or younger in age?
As far as driving over the road, like?
Yeah, driving or getting started, because
Yeah.
I know getting started is difficult.
It's very, yeah. My girlfriend actually drives too, and she went through one of the big trucking companies, you know. That's why I say I'm pretty blessed to have family that has the trucks right there with you growing up.
So at 15, did you maintain your trucking career constant, or did you get on and off? Or?
Well, I drove for my family for many years. We had flatbeds, little boys equipment, cattle, you know, a bunch of cattle. But then I got a job offer from a guy up in the Arctic on the oil field. So I drove up there, but it's different driving. The maximum speed limit is 35. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Driving on the ice roads and stuff. Yeah. So I was up there for like eight years, and then which was very minimal driving, of course, but mostly working on the oil wells. But then I came back here and got with United and been here ever since.
So driving on ice and in that snowy conditions, you guys are located in Caldwell and move to Oregon and Montana. When it snows, is that difficult for you, or is it kind of like something you're used to now?
Yeah, my comfort level, everyone's got a comfort level, you know what I mean? I've been around it, being from Burns in the high desert, been around snow and ice a lot. I don't push it too hard, but I feel pretty good. It doesn't really, and going over cabbage every day, you know,
yeah,
or Sandy M, it's just stay in your comfort level. It doesn't really affect us too much. What bothers me the most is the chemicals they put on screws up my chrome, you know.
Oh yeah, right on the road chemicals. Yeah, okay.
Right.
I gotcha.
Other than that, what scares me the most is other vehicles, of course. The flatlanders don't have the experience, you know.
Okay.
So just, I don't know, you just got to be cautious around it.
So talking about four-wheelers or just regular traffic, what advice do you have for them, for people watching this video that are not driving big trucks, and what can they do to help you move down the road a little bit better?
Yeah, the main thing is distance is your friend, just like it is ours. I mean, like we've got these big hooded trucks, and you cut us off, I can't even see you over my hood, you know what I mean? And we can't stop. I generally am always at least 104, 105,000 pounds, so giving us as much notice as far as stopping and turning and blinkers, you know what I mean, and just giving us space and understanding that we can't speed up very quick. It gets frustrating to get so pissed off at us, you know what I mean? But I'm doing the best I can, man. I'm just trying to keep everyone safe and speeding up as quick as I can.
Okay.
So understand that we got to turn wide, and when you see us kind of stopped at an intersection trying to turn, sometimes you got to get out of the way a little bit for us, you know. We're not trying to be assholes. We're just trying to do our job, be safe, but we're limited, you know what I mean? We're heavy, long, and we try to be as selfless as possible, but we kind of take up a little more of the route.
Oh, right on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you started when you were 15. during that time, has there been any like accidents or something you'd like,
Yeah,
or any missed calls, or any advice you could give young truckers or truckers
Right.
coming up in the industry?
yeah. The thing I see with the younger guys, and I'm not some super trucker. I've just been doing it for a while,
Right.
for quite a long while. But like a lot of guys, the main thing for me is ask questions, man. Don't feel like you're too good not to ask. I know some of us. I still ask questions, still learn from guys that have been driving less than me. It's just about being open-minded and able and willing to learn from anyone and everyone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Don't act like you're some bigwig super trucker. To me, it's just all about helping each other. You know what I mean? We're a team. If I see you on the side of the road, like being old school, I'm young, but I like the old school ways. If you see someone on the side of the road, ask them if they need help.
Right.
You,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Jump on the radio, and you should run your radios. A lot of guys nowadays don't run on 19. And I don't know. It saves me a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And traffic accidents up ahead, or
Yeah. Just
DOT.
say with vehicles, or the weather, how the pass is looking.
Right.
We help each other out a lot. A lot of us going over the cabbage on 84. There's quite a bit of communication still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, well, most of these questions I'm asking, I guess for me, but
Right.
anybody else watching, because I've been driving too long, and I've heard stories or videos on how the Roca family back then. Now it's kind of separated, but
Yeah, everyone kind of keeps to themselves, which is all. I mean, it's your prerogative, right? But if you're stuck on the side of the road, it's good to have. Like Pinky stands out. You can see Pinky coming down the road. I've broke down a couple times, and have had multiple people jump on the radio. I've even had 2 trucks pull off on the side and get out and offer help. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
And that's just because they see me often, but that's huge. That's the old school way, and that's why I think it should be.
Yeah.
Helping each other out. We're not out here alone. It feels like it sometimes, but
Right,
it's
yeah.
good to know you got me on your back if you're broke down on the side of the road, or I've got tools or the knowledge to help you replace a belt or something like that. You know what I mean? Because something as simple as a belt can take some time if you don't have the practice,
Yeah.
or the knowledge just having doing it. Nowadays you can get on YouTube, which makes it pretty nice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You almost could do a C-section off a tutorial on YouTube, right?
When I grew up, my uncle drew on the map on the dirt on the side of the truck, how to get to this hayfield or this yard, whatever. And
Yeah.
it was. Now we're pretty blessed. I think that's why a lot of the old school ways go away. Everyone has their phone.
Yeah.
You have access to everything.
Yeah, that's right.
But you got guys right next to you with channel 19 on the CB,
Yeah, and also it's good to have that old school mindset of kind of like figuring it out on your own instead of relying on the phone.
Yeah,
Because I know at work they send us some addresses and they just don't pull up. They're too new, or
Right.
they send you to the wrong route up like this
Oh, yeah,
weird
then you
mountain
end-
hill, and
Yeah, you end up in some residential area.
Right, yeah.
I ask a lot of guys. We are pretty blessed because we go to a lot of the same places, so I don't have to use GPS. But if we get a new place, I mean, to me, that's what it's all about. I'll ask other drivers if they've been there, and then they can steer you in the right direction.
Right, yeah.
Because a lot of times, like you said, GPS will take you
wrong place.
down some residential road, or my stacks are pretty tall. I don't want to go under a 13-foot bridge,
Yeah.
rip my stacks off or something.
So how tall are they? The stacks?
They're 14. They're
14.
they're like 1310,
Okay.
and I can dump my air so I can gain a little bit if I need
Okay,
to. But
cool. So on the air, I noticed it has front air suspension, so you could drop down low or air out.
exactly, yeah.
Is that something you guys run a lot, or?
We have, I think, 3 trucks. The boss's truck is a half-inch lower than Pinky,
Okay.
and then Pinky's the lowest, and then we've got some, I think, one other truck. Just kind of levels it out, but it gives it a cleaner look. You know what I mean? Cleaner stance going down the road.
So is there any advantages with having those airbags, or just more for like show? And...
It's mostly, I mean, it does look good, dropping it down, but it's a smooth ride, man.
Nice.
Riding on air all the way around, it's pretty smooth. And then all the bags, like my rear bags, they're over inflatable, so I can lift them up, like in order to back up something or get on a scale, so I don't drag my tanks, because that's my low spot.
Oh, okay.
So I can overinflate them and gain like 6 inches or so,
So in doing that, inflating them and I guess airing out with the loaded trailer, have you had any problems with that, or kind of forgot to air up, or forgot
Well,
to
I'm
air
pretty
down?
cautious. Because I don't like messing my girl up.
Right.
She's my girlfriend. So I have had One, I scratched my tank. It was just the plug on the bottom of my tank, but it was in this big steel mill, and it was raining for like a week straight. So all these humps were covered by ponds, and I inflated, but I couldn't tell how high the bumps are and stuff, you know.
Right.
So you got it's a little different deal driving lowriders for me, but it works out pretty good. Loaded, you gotta be careful. And turning real sharp, your fender gets close to your frame rail, you know, on your trailer. So there's just some precautions you got to pay a little closer attention to.
Yeah, it's nice to hear that from you, that you like taking care of it. I know it's like you're home away from home, and it takes care of you, so you got to take care of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know some people that they say it's not my truck, the company will fix it, and they'll just run it how it is, or run it dry.
See, United's different in that way, and a lot of companies, not just United. You know what I mean? It depends on the driver, but Barry, my boss, he pays close attention to who he hires and how we take care of our trucks. And I don't do it for him or anyone else, but like you said, that's my home.
Right.
I spend a lot of time in that girl, you know. So the inside's always clean. The outside I try to keep clean. In the winter it's a little hard, but it's just a matter of taking pride in what you do. Yeah, that's why I drive truck. I absolutely, it's not even like a job to me, man.
Right.
Going to work tomorrow, heading to Montana, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a job. It's pride.
Yeah,
in my life.
I've seen how clean that interior is, and I'm sure they'll be able to see the photos. And
I appreciate that.
That's awesome how you keep it clean.
She's a work in progress, you know, and working, hauling scrap, being scrap wagons. We go to some pretty nasty places.
Yeah.
It's kind of a chore sometimes, but it's worth it.
So hauling flatbed, is there anything you'd like to haul better than other materials, or like?
Well, yeah, it just depends. I've tarped a lot of loads of hay and stuff in my life. Pretty much give me any load that I don't have to tarp, I'll be happy. Yeah. But I can throw a set of rags pretty quick, so it's no big deal. It pays extra.
Cool.
I'm not one to complain, but the lower loads, I like the lower loads. They just ride better, like hauling rebar, you know. Yeah. Or the load I have on now, I think it's only standing about 3 feet off of my deck, and I've got a little over 68,000 on there, so.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty slick.
So how many axles do you run total?
8 axles.
8 axles. Yep. What's that max weight?
So in Oregon, we are a little lighter. What is it? Our bridge weight is 91,000 in Oregon.
Oh, okay.
So really, if I can get 13.2 on my nose, I'd be maxed out at like 104.3, you know. Yeah. But like in Idaho and Montana, our bridge weight's up to 93,000. Okay. So we can do the 105.5 pretty easy, you know. Cool. And it's all a matter. You learn your trucks and where to set your fifth wheel and everything. The key is to get as much weight up on the nose as possible, obviously, you know. Yeah. Then you can put more on your bridge, or it takes away from the bridge, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand.
So Oregon it's not bad. They see us going over there all the time. They know we try to ride safe and, you know. Yeah. Within regulations. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I'm a little fat though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, do the job, but not run empty, because I mean, you got to make some money, right?
Oh yeah. And hauling our own scrap, it's all about weight, because everything's paid by weight, you know. Right. Yeah. So, and it's a good deal. Recycling all of our scrap we take to these mills, they just melt it down and make rebar out of it. So it's all just being recycled, you know. Yeah. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. And also, for the people that don't know, they have a lot of scrap yards here in Idaho. Yeah. And like one in every basically big city. I know they have Payette, Caldwell, Nampa, and Boise. Yeah. I don't know where else.
We've got one in Twin and one in Hayburn. Oh, okay. We had one in Mountain Home, but I don't think there was enough product because we have some closer scrap yards. So. Right. But yeah, we the Eckhart family, they're the ones that started this company. Brett's the boss now, but they're very savvy, very smart, very family oriented, you know, especially with the company. Like we're a united family. It's not like the Christmas parties. They do a lot for us, and you can see what we get to drive.
Yeah, no, I seen that, and I'm like, I like to see a company that takes pride in their drivers and their rigs. Like, one, it's nice having a fixed up truck, but also it's like advertisement. You know, people see that shiny truck rolling down the road, and they're like, who's that?
Everyone knows United trucks, all those chicken lights. And
yeah, right.
Chrome.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, so we're pretty blessed, man. They've got a good thing going, and they take care of us, and they take care of the guys that load us, the guys that work in scrap yards. I mean, we're all close, you know. Right. And you get to know, especially being a driver, we get to go to all the different scrap yards and all the different yards. So we are blessed that we get to meet everyone within the company.
Oh, okay.
More so than just someone that works at one yard, you know what I mean?
Right on. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
Cool.
Zero complaints from this guy.
Nice. Well, I guess we're nearing the end of the interview. You have anything you want to add on, or questions for me, questions or advice for other people?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No,
But now this whole, especially this year, you know, truckers, I feel, have been a little more respected after the whole toilet paper and
Yeah,
shortage of
yeah.
everything. You know
Supply.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I just wish people would try to get that understanding. We're just trying to do a job. We're not trying to be slowing you down or anything. We got a place to be also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, just respect it. And I don't know. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate it. Putting us out there.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys staying. I know I told them Saturday's not really a working day for you, and you stayed out later than you usually would.
Yeah.
But
I had to try to get pinky clean too, so we showed up a good time.
I don't know, right on. Well, that's it from you, Bryce. I mean, appreciate it.
Right on. Appreciate you.
Cool. Thanks, man. All right, guys, that's it for this video. There'll be more shoots like this, hopefully in the future, big rigs. It's really what I'm into, and if you know anybody or you're someone that has a nice truck like this, email me or get on my Instagram, send me a message, and we'll set something up. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.